You know me and the camera. And as Tracy says, and we're back. Yes, indeed, we are back. Okay, I got some lights missing here. Ooh, I got some noise in the background. I got lights missing, noise in the background. Oh, okay, don't give me 2 days where I was exercising on time. I just couldn't get going. Y'all start because I had to put my sneakers on. The new way that I don't go outside with the dogs and walk in pool in my sneakers is to get in my sneakers when I come down here. But when I come down here, I'm not giving myself enough time. Well, I did the last 2 days. And I'll tell you about that drama. I'm lacing up my sneakers. Don't say nothing, Mary. Morning, y'all. I'm just lacing up my sneakers. I got my water in place and everything. See? And gotta shake them out and make sure no spiders are in them because I leave them in the basement. Ciao. My daughter hear me talk about her basement like that. I don't mind the daddy long legs. It's the spiders. Though I've been bitten by quite a few. Some I got over really fast, and some just hung in there. All right. Oh, lady. That's how I gotta give myself more time, y'all. Hey. Ooh. Hi. Ooh. Yay. I miss seeing y'all. So let me tell y'all, then the first morning, it caught me off guard. I couldn't correct it. Then yesterday, I kept trying to change my password. And I couldn't change the password. Oh, I don't want to go walk this fast. I want to do summer walking. So it wouldn't let me change my password, and I had my laptop and everything, and I was like, maybe because I'm working from the basement. So that's why we weren't live yesterday. So yesterday afternoon, I changed the password for the Facebook account. So we'll see. But this is the 6th month. This is the last week of the 6th month, and we have walked every day except Sunday. Things like this happen. The dentist, this. Go back over. I got 6 months worth of video, and you can see the challenges and the blocks and stuff. That's just a part of life. It's a part of nature. You know? You're determined to do it. I'm doing this for my health. You know? So, it's either that and go to the doctor. That's, you know. So, but you know what I was thinking about this morning? How much like my grandmother. And I was a teenager with my grandmother in South Carolina, my sperm donor's mother. And she wasn't a racist. She was a cautionist. Every time in her life since she was born that white people were involved, it was always trouble. From taking land, to the Black Code law, to the Jim Crow law. So they lived their life avoiding white people. And I didn't understand that. I thought my grandmother was totally out of line. Here I was, I volunteered at the Veterans Hospital. I interact with all people and all manners, of all gender. And I couldn't understand why she wouldn't. But I had been to the Black Clover. I haven't had any property taken from me. Haven't been able to buy one. Never got a good enough job to, etc., etc., etc. But she had experienced all of that. And I couldn't understand why she couldn't open up more. Why couldn't she just meet a white person in the line? And now I understand. She didn't talk to white people in grocery stores and clothing stores, which I do all the time, and I even did then. But she wouldn't do it because for her to intermingle with them would mean problems for her. They would cause problems in her life. So maybe she was a cautionist, she was avoidant, she just avoided it. But I couldn't agree with her on that. You know. And she would just shake her head to me. You know. So years and years and years go by, and 45 is elected. And that group with him, that GOP, just came out and said, ho ho, we're going to take it back to the 1900s when you had nothing, you was nothing, you can't vote, you can't do anything. I mean, doctors, lawyers, teachers, Indians, I'm watching all of them just attack and go after us time and time again. What do we do? Just breathe. Just the fact that we're breathing. And now I am my grandmother. That's what 45 and the GOP has done to me. We're already at 5 minutes, y'all. They've made me my grandmother. The friends that I have, I'm keeping, but I'm not making any new ones. I'm not talking in grocery stores to you. I'm doing the avoidance. I'm becoming a cautionist when it comes to white people. Because I see they do bring trouble to your life. You like, da 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 da, chillin' out, and bam. And I never got any money from 45. Okay, all those stimulus, nothing with my name on it came to me. I didn't get no stimulus until President Joe Biden got in, and it came straight to me. I didn't get anything from 45. Not a penny, not a nickel, not a dime. Okay? So yeah. People say, oh, you didn't get any money, there's something proud of this, I'm very proud. He didn't buy me. I wasn't bought. Maybe that was my whole aura that was protecting me. No. So now it's different. So now, I said all this to lead up to the jury duty thing. I gotta make my appointment for a therapist. My daughter suggested one for me. And they got from now until December to get me up those courthouse stairs. They got from now to December to get me up the courthouse stairs. So I'm trying to start early. I don't know. Maybe they have to do some kind of hypnosis. Maybe they got some kind of medication they can put me on. But I'll be going to jail because I ain't going to that courthouse, honey. The Proud Boys, the Ku Klux Klans, the supremacists is at the front door when I walk in and they got guns. I ain't going in there. And that's just like the state of federal people. We ain't even get to the court officers. Lord have mercy. hanging noose when Amazon was trying to build a warehouse to bring jobs and stuff like that. They kept putting a noose. The thought of black people going up there to work, because there's some that live up there, but God bless you, going up there and working, they'd rather not eat. I ain't going to no joke. Hey, you all. I didn't say hi to Canada. Great risins. Sun God risins. So you see how that is? Anyway. So I gotta get a therapist. And so maybe they'll straighten me out. Because I also would like to go back to my senior group. But it's only like maybe 3 or 4 of us in the whole group. That ain't enough for us in there for me to go back. I don't know, maybe he can hypnotize me. But that wasn't my problem before. Before 45, anybody and everybody can tell you, I did recreational training with mentally challenged people where I went to places where I was the only black and they was the only mentally challenged. I didn't give a damn. And they said, Vicky, they're looking at me. I said, look back at them. Our money is green. We paid to get in here. We ain't begged to get in here. And they used to say that. They used to say, we paid to get in here. Right, Vicky? I said, that's right. You know? If we were sitting down and they had a problem with a waitress, I'd get another waitress. You ain't gonna talk to him like that. He paying, he ain't playing. And they used to say that too. Vicky, we paying, we ain't playing, right? I said, that's right. When you pay, you get your way. That's another. When we pay Vicky, we get our way. Exactly. So when we went in the restaurant and we went in, we had the attitude of kicking ass and taking numbers. And we had the best time. We laughed, we talked, we drank. We had the best time at any dinner, at the baseball or whatever. Because they let us in free. So I had no problem. I would go into places where clearly, at least for miles there was no other African Americans around. Never bothered me. Never. Didn't bother. Didn't faze me at all. Go to the doctor's office. Only one there. Never bothered me. Never bothered me. I liked it when we were there. I liked it when other Browns were there. But I didn't care. I was like, the white people mind their business. We come and we have a good time. If we come to eat, we're both enjoying good food. If it's music, we're both at a bar. Entertainment or what. That's what it is. But then 45 came. And the GOP came. And they said, nah. The reason we was letting you in there is because there were strong laws in place, which I don't think it was, that stopped us from behaving like this. But now we have put in a president who has wiped away those laws, and I can pull you from limb to limb, shoot you, your whole family, your mother, and everybody. All the cops can do if they stop you in the street, drag you out the car, drag you across 10 lanes of highway, and stomp on your brain, and he'll be okay. It has to be a huge uprise for something to be done. But since I'm at 45, there is over 70 million people that support a cop stomping somebody out. If not 70 million, if not more. So now, I'm like, that's what my grandmother went through. Then I started feeling so bad. I used to call her old and ignorant, get your head up. I call her Aunt Jemima. I call her Uncle Ben. I couldn't understand her attitude. I couldn't understand her attitude. Open up your house. I couldn't understand if a white person looked at her and smiled. She would not. She would not. You had to crack her face with a hammer to get a smile out of her. And I couldn't understand it. If a white person said good morning, she opened her mouth. And I couldn't understand it. But I do now. I do understand it now. I went through it. I'm scared. Still, now they're trying to take away the vote. They're trying to put the black vote in. They're trying to put the black Jim Crow back. I know how my grandmother feels. I feel bad. I feel bad because she wasn't wrong. Now I just don't want to go out around them. I just want to stay home or go places where I know there's more African Americans or brown people. I don't, like I said, I have friends and they will always be my friends until they choose not to. But I'm not taking any new friends in. So maybe this therapist can get me to go back to my senior citizen group. Maybe this therapist can bring the old Vicky back that just said love, peace, and hair grease. Everybody's the same in one. Maybe the therapist can get that person back. But me, I have to be a gun to my head to get me in that courthouse. And I trust me, you would kill me before I get up the stairs. So, here we go. Whew. Isn't it something? Halfway through the walk, tomorrow we will have walked for completely 6 months. Every day except Sunday. And then we didn't do Martin Luther King Day. No, that was pretty much it. Next year it'll be Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth, because I'm planning a huge celebration. Oh, in my head for my Juneteenth celebration, I hear Zydeco, because Zydeco is that kind of music that gets you dancing, that gets you jumping. So I'm already planning for my Juneteenth. So I gotta find me some Zydeco music to see if I can afford them. If it's just me and my daughter sitting here and I pay them and they come and play for us and we dance with the dogs. The first half of this walk was brought to you by I Like to Say Yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to your child. Tells you all the wonderful things back here about I Like to Say Yes. I am highly impressed with I Like to Say Yes. It's an easy read, interactive book. A big hit at story time, and I recommend this book to parents and teachers for early readers and learners. Scott Griffith, Librarian 2, Westchester Library System. Westchester. New York. Westchester. So you see, keep the yes in your child's vocabulary. Yes, indeed. So, and we're walking slow, and we do that for some reasons. When fall comes, honey, and that cool air fills the lungs again. Ooh, let me say hi. Ooh, let me. Hey, Hey, Dre, thanks for stopping in. Hey, Joan. Oh, where's my seniors group? My seniors group is up here in my community that I can't say right now because I'm on live. But you know where I am. Yep. I can walk to it. That's how close it is. And it was fine. But they started changing a little bit. We were all like because 45 hadn't really ramped up yet. So and I had just gotten in new, and I really wasn't paying too much attention to stuff. Because I was still going through my, let me just mingle with everybody. But then I see how separated it was. So I said, wait a minute, I don't know if I want this. You know? And the more 44 ramped up his hate talk and his hate speech, the more uncomfortable I became being such a small minority. Like out of maybe 25 seniors, only 2 or 3 of us were the Browns. I think there was one Puerto Rican, but she looked Caucasian, so. But I couldn't do it anymore. You know, I always had like my pepper sprayer or my sticky thing, but sometimes with me and my daughter called my DNA. And, you know what I want to tell you? I was looking at the videos, and there's this Asian guy, and maybe I'll post it. He said, did I get rid of the video? He says, if you do this, no. That's what we do. His was really super simple. Just this. And you get rid of those things underneath your arm. Just this. Isn't that something? I'm not pushing, squeezing your gut too much. This is hot. And this may look hot, but it is cotton. It is so breathy. It is so breathy. I love it. Oh, I'll read it after, Joan. I can't see that far. And you know, because until I get my dental work done, we're going to be doing no close-ups. So, I'm going to be working on that. But if not, I'll be walking with y'all, and I still have my weights. And, we shall see. But it's just strange how I became my grandmother. And I apologize. I apologize to her. If she was alive, she'll say, see, look what all that smiling got you today. Look what it got you. The same thing like it was when I was a child. I don't think I could hear her saying that to me. I don't think I could take her saying that. So I'm glad she missed the 45 train. Whew. The GOP 45 train that's still coming down the track. But, so I've been saying little things like, I'm sorry, Grammy. I mean, I don't know, did I resent her? I think I did, because I was like, for love and peace and hair grease, and we're all the same, and nobody's different, and she just couldn't get that concept from me. So yeah, sometimes I didn't want to invite her places. Especially places I knew there'd be white people. Because she didn't, you know, because I worked at the hospital and they had different things. It would be so great to have her there, you know, in support of me. But I couldn't ask her to come because she ain't like them. She wouldn't be rude, or she wouldn't think she was rude, but in her mind, she came up under the black coat in the Jim Crow. In her mind, that's trouble for her if she talks to them. But they don't see it like that. They see her as being rude, got an attitude, like I did. That's what I did. And then 45 and the GOP train came by and said, true colors, we're showing out the colors. True colors, we're showing out the colors. Our colors is Jim Crow and black gold. Yes. And still through it all, they can't name one African American person that has ever done anything directly to them. Not to say we don't do stuff too, we do. But not all of them have that experience. A lot of it is just like I thought my grandmother was. Old wives' tale and fiction stuff. And the boogeyman. Yeah, in my head I was like telling my grandmother, why is she scared of the white people? Yes, I was a teenager, I couldn't understand it. So I was like, why is she scared? Why is she like that with the white people? Why is she scared of the white people? And I would just look at her like, what's wrong with you, Grandma? Oh, I'm so sorry, Grandma. I am so sorry. Oh, another lesson she was trying to teach me. She was just trying to teach me another lesson. So now I'm her. And I'm like, oh. If I start mingling up with these white people, it's going to be trouble. If I go do jury duty, somehow I feel it's going to be some kind of situation and I'm going to be the one. Shot dead or fucked up, or the judge, maybe he had a bad day. Or maybe because 45 in the GOP planted all their judges, and these are these little civil judges and stuff like that. These are the ones he planted. What if he don't want to deal with what he got? He want to deal with me. He got some kind of thing, you know? I don't answer him right. I don't look right. I definitely ain't going in there smiling and chatting up with the white people. I can't do it. I can't. I'm looking for y'all to kill me, jump up a Proud Boy, start shooting. That's what y'all do. See it with my own eyes. That's what y'all do. Hey, Diane. Let's do finger stuff. Let's do finger stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I ain't going in that courthouse. I ain't never going in that courthouse. My grandmother used to say, stay away from them police. You know them police is the cluxes. You know they the cluxes. Stay away from the police. You know they just the cluxes. Or she said they the patty rollers. You know them cops, they just the patty rollers. And I would say, oh Lord, there she go with this old slave mentality. Sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. And you know what really used to burn me up when she said, they don't like you. Stay to yourself, mind your business, watch your back. They don't like it. That used to send me into a spin. And I couldn't say anything to her, but I used to look at her and say, they like me. Maybe they don't like you because you so mean you don't even smile and say hi to them, but they like me. Sorry, Grandma, you was right. I ain't saying all. I'm just saying, over 100 million. It was 70 million, but that's recorded from the votes. I could even take it up to 150 million. Don't like me. Don't know nothing about me. Now. Ain't never met me. Just like my grandmother said, they just don't like you. But they just don't like you. When they just don't like you, it's easy for them to kill you. When they don't like you, it's easy for them to throw you in jail. When they don't like you, it's easy for them to misdiagnose you. When they don't like you, it's easy for them to do malpractice on you. When they don't like you, she said just stay away from them. And of course I couldn't say nothing. All I could do is glare at her. Like, oh lady, what is your problem? I was a teenager. I was raised in New York City. We had cars. The other kids would say Caucasian. We had Jewish people. We had Italian people. We had Irish people. We had Korean people. We had Hispanics, Puerto Rican, Arabs. So when I got down south with her, I couldn't relate to that. And she kept trying to break me out of my love, peace, and hair grease. And she didn't. And then 45 came and took his foot. And the GOP came. And gave me a kick in the ass that if my grandmother was alive, she'd be looking at me laughing, saying, I told you, right? See, I told you. So I'm sorry, Grandma. I am so sorry, Grandma. I should have did a lot. You know, but I really didn't understand. I hadn't been through her, you can't go in this door, you could only go in that door. You can't drink in the water fountain window. Well, you can't buy this. I haven't stood in the line just to see all the white people that get in behind me, get in front of me, and the only reason why is because they're white and I'm black. I didn't experience, well, maybe, alright, I experienced it a couple of times, but not on the level that my grandmother did. So, she wasn't a racist. She didn't hate white people. She was a cautionist. She was a cautionist. She didn't hate the police. She was a cautionist. And now, I'm a cautionist too. Let's do 10. I'm not going to say squeeze your gut. If you can, if you've been doing that exercise, your gut squeeze, like I have, your gut squeeze automatically. If not, squeeze your gut. Let's get 10. Okay. That's the first 10. Oh, you still got to tuck in your elbow. Did I say that part? One for good luck. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking about. So no, it's not racist, and I'm not a racist. I am a cautionist. And that's what my grandmother was. But I'll let y'all know about my therapist. Whew. Maybe they got some drugs. Go there and look at him. I won't feel the bullets. Anyway, y'all, I'm glad you're back. Oh, so glad you're back. So glad you're back. I'm so glad that YouTube never left me because I upload this stuff. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. Happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the company. I keep forgetting this part. Hey YouTube, y'all subscribe now and hit the like. See you tomorrow.